Navigating medical school is hard work. Most of the time, we are thrust into this world of medicine without knowing anything to do, without any guidance on how to go about things, and we just go in winging it and hoping for the best. That was my case when I was in medical school, and since I graduated, I have been reflecting on my time in medical school, which made me discover some mistakes I made as a student, which I shared in a previous video. But in this video, we are going to be talking about some of the best decisions that I made, and I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to make the most out of your medical school journey. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Favor Akuna and I am a doctor living in Nigeria. I just recently graduated from medical school and I'm just using this series to reflect on my time there and share what I learned as a medical student. Let's get into today's video. The first decision that I would say was one of the best decisions that I made as a medical student was creating a study group with my friends. First of all, most people don't like studying in groups, which is fine. Like just find out what works for you. But it worked for me. So that was, I would say, was one of my best decisions. And then two, studying in group with your friends. A lot of people, even when they study in group, they don't want to study with their friends because they feel like maybe they're just going to be coming for discussion, groups to gist and all of that. But well, that was not the case for me. I actually enjoyed the fact that it was with my friends and it made it quite easy to discuss and to be free to just talk about whatever it is and ask your questions without feeling silly. I don't know if you catch my drift, but some of the importance of having a study group is that, first of all, I think I talked about this more in my video on how to study. I'll have it linked up here or maybe down in the description box below. Some of the ways that having a study group helped me was that it gave me motivation to study, knowing that I had a deadline to discuss a topic made it easy for me to get out my books and study. Another thing is that having a study session like that brings different perspectives on a topic. I bring my perspective, another person brings their perspective, and it helps all of us understand the topic better. Another thing was that whenever I didn't understand anything, it was quite easy for me to ask a question during those sessions and have it clarified for me so I understand better. And yeah, studying with my friends also made it like quite a bonding time for me and my friends, and it was quite fun, even though we were studying, but it made it fun. It didn't feel like studying, you understand? Shout out to my study group members, Ruth, Generals, Jessica, and Barbara. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for making medical school memorable for me. Let's go to the second point. Second thing I'll be talking about is taking breaks and doing self-care. See, I'm the first person to tap out when things become overwhelming. I cannot deal with stress. Whenever I feel overwhelmed with the whole workload, schoolwork, everything, I take out my time to rest because our bodies, our brains, and our bodies, it needs rest to function optimally. When you keep pushing it back that you don't want to rest, you have to read and all of that, it will just make you burn out at the end of the day. That is one thing that I quite took quite seriously when I was in medical school. Whenever I'm like maybe making a reading plan or study plan for myself, maybe I'm making a reading plan for this week. I take out like Saturday and say, "Oh, today I'm not going to read anything. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to lay in bed and rest and sleep and all of that." That is how I avoided burnout a lot as a medical student because there's so much to read. Books no they finish, things to read no they finish. So see, it's either you rest or your body will rest for you. Some of the things that I do to deal with burnout, some of the self-care practices that I do is that I just shut down all my books, just cover, I just remove it from I don't want to see it. I just remove it from my site. I watch movies, I sleep a lot, and maybe I'll just like have a really relaxing bath, do my skincare. All of that makes me feel so much better. What are your self-care practices that you do to help you like calm down after a stressful week in school or something like that? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Just let me know. Let me know some of the things I can incorporate into my routine as well. And yeah, another thing that helped me to do well in medical school was participating in clinical rotations. I know in my previous video I said something about not really participating in my clinical rotations, but here's the thing, I did the bare minimum. Yes, I always made sure to show up for my clinical rotations. I always made sure to clerk, present, examine patients, and present to a consultant so I can be corrected and I can take corrections to do better in the future. One thing I did was that any units that I find myself in for any clinical rotation, I make sure to do this at least once in that unit, at least once. I never leave any unit without actually taking history, examining the patient, and presenting to a consultant so I can be corrected. I don't do that. I make sure to do these things because it actually helps you to gain more confidence in your clinical skills and clinical assessment skills. That's something that is very important because by the time you get to your examinations, you don't feel so jittery when you have to do examinations for OSCE and long case. You are quite confident that I've been doing this before, so I can actually do this. So that was one of the things that actually made my life easier when it got to exam periods because I know I've been doing these things. So it's just to go there and do what I've been doing. Actually, try your best to do the barest minimum. Click and present to your consultant, even if it's at least once before you leave any clinical rotations. Another thing that really helped me was having a strong support system. See, anything that I'm going through in medical school, first thing, I'll call my family, please, see, this is what is going on because I cannot do it alone. It's not possible. Something that is going to help you a lot as a medical student is having a strong support system because it is stressful, it is overwhelming, it is a lot, a whole lot. You're going to need support from your family, your friends, anybody that you can at least call and rant about what's going on in medical school or if person to give advice or to just listen to you rant is very important. This actually really helps me because during exams and the hectic period of studying, just taking out time to talk to somebody and having them calm me down, tell me how they're proud of me and all of that, that actually made me keep going. It gave me the strength to keep pushing because see, at a point you just be like, what's the point of all this? I'm just tired. But having that support of family and friends will actually help you and push you to keep going even when things get so rough and so tough. I don't know, people that are your support system around, just make sure not to do this medical school thing alone. Make friends, have people that you can actually talk to when things get rough. And I promise you that's going to help your life in medical school so much. Another important thing that helped me in medical school to make the most out of my time in medical school was creating memories with my friends. We get swamped, we get caught up with having to study and all of that. But this simple thing of taking out your time to have fun with your friends, spend time with your friends, do other things apart from reading. Even though me, see, I am actually guilty of that. For the first 3 years of medical school, I wasn't really making it a priority to like meet people and make friends and spend time with them. But eventually, later, as things progressed, by the time I was in like fourth year, fifth year, final year, I decided to like make that a priority. Record your moments, spend time with your friends because right now, me, me right now, all my friends are scattered in different states in Nigeria, and I don't even know when I'm going to see them again. And having those memories to look back on now because I started taking my YouTube seriously and I started like filming. It made me record moments when they're happening and all of that. And taking my phone and looking back at those moments right now is actually, it feels really good. And it makes you feel like you actually were a part of something when you were in medical school. Take out time to go have fun with your friends because book no dey finish. Things to read no dey finish. The topics are vast. There are many and you would never actually finish them. Just take out your time, have fun with your friends, create memories with your friends. You don't have to break the bank or go out or do something elaborate. You can just hang out in the room because some of the best memories I have now are of me and my friends just hanging out in our rooms and just about whatever at the end of each day. So that that's actually Hmm, that's actually good. The community feeling like you belong somewhere is actually good. Create those memories with your friends because that's what you're going to have to look back on when you all are like scattered everywhere in the world. Now, those are the 5 main things I wanted to talk about in this video, but there are some bonus tips that are actually still very important, which is the first one is hold on to God. I'm a Christian, and holding on to God actually really helped me throughout my medical school journey. And whatever it is you believe in, whoever it is you believe in, please hold on to that. If you're a Christian, please hold on to God. He is not going to disappoint you. And trust me, He's going to lead you through each and every journey that you have in medical school. Second thing I wanted to talk about is building up resilience. When you go take an exam and it doesn't go well and you just want to wallow in it and feel bad and all of that. See, there's no time for that. Time is ticking. Get yourself up and do the work you're supposed to do. Take your corrections and put in the work. Because if you spend your time wallowing over something that has passed, you are just wasting the time you're supposed to use and get better, improve, and get better for the next exam. That is something that is very important to develop in medical school. Having resilience, no matter what happens, no matter where it hits you from, just keep going, because at the end of the day, it's not over until it's over. So developing a resilient mind is very, very important as a medical student. Do that. The last thing I want to talk about is enjoying the process, enjoying the journey. I know right now, when I was in school, I always felt like this thing should be over. I'm just tired. Can I just leave this place? But now that I'm out of medical school, I'm kind of missing those memories, missing going for posting and all of that. I don't want to go back there, but like, just enjoy the process. When it's hard, go through it. When it's good, enjoy it. Just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Everything that we gain from this medical school is just a, like say, a bonus or a side effect. The main thing is the journey that we're going through. We're going to learn a lot, gain a lot of skills. Just try to enjoy the process of it all, and you'll be fine at the end of the day. And you're going to find yourself on the other side after medical school being a medical doctor. So guys, that is it for the best decisions and the tips for you to make the most out of your medical school journey. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.